I had a really nice game earlier in this ship that I honestly might record for YouTube later, but right now we're just going to play a live game and pray that we don't get griefed by midways. Let's see. Well, that's not much better if we're being honest. Yorktown, Des Moines radar, Venezia can be nasty if it hits you with that sap. Shimakaze, Ragnar, and Benson for destroyers, and a U-2501 submarine. That is not ideal. And there's another carrier just because. I know it's a hybrid, but he's going to play like he's a carrier, meaning he's going to sit in the back next to the carrier and just spam planes, because that's what hybrid players do. I don't know why, but they do. So that's what we're going to be dealing with. Des Moines and Venezia can be nasty. The Des Moines even more so because of the radar. Shima Ragnar has radar. That's really not ideal. So we're going to have to probably play a bit more cautiously here. Can't really afford to take that many risks here. They have a division that matches ours of the Castilla and Harugamo, which spawned over there. So it's likely that their Irian and Benson is probably over there as well. Although they could not be, because it is a tier 10 division against 2 tier 8s. So we could very well be dealing with that division over here, because there's 2 tier 8s on this side. Alright, we can work with this. Yes, Stewie. What do you think? If we're going to base on thinking that there's going to be a Benson over here, I think we can probably afford to be a little more aggressive. We know it's not the Shima, because the Shima just got spotted by planes. When we also have well, the Stalingrad's way too far away to actually be of use as far as radar goes. There's Venezia. So we're going to have to try and keep this island in between myself and this Venezia if we can. Trying to block his line of fire, because that sap, if that hits you, is going to be really nasty. We are also being located right now. Benson was spotted over there. There's the Ragnar, who is currently locked bow in. Is this guy just gonna keep sitting broadside? I hear you, Stu. It's gonna get that regen buff, which is unfortunate. Here we go. Traded a lot of health for this, though. On the bright side, we do have our heals. Come on, what was that? Preußen, Hindenburg. And there's that Des Moines. That's gonna be really nasty. I hear you, Stu. Alright. That officially sucked. It did do a very substantial amount of damage to that Ragnar, though. Hopefully we can actually try and get that finish there, but I'm not going to bank on that. I hear you, Stu. And the Ragnar did not get away from that. That is very nice. Although this Des Moines is not walking. This Des Moines, if we get radared by this Des Moines, our play is just going to be accelerate in front of this island and pray that we don't get clapped by Venezia sap before we make it there. In the meantime, just gonna farm out a Preußen. We're also very behind on buffs as well, which is actually not good. Guys, looks like his smoke is going to be dissipating here. Would be really nice if we can pick up a couple more of these buffs on this map here. There's a reload buff right here that would be nice. And yes, the smoke is in fact just fading. And so is ours as well. This Des Moines is going to be the biggest problem though. Fat Freddy Stalingrad versus a Hindenburg, a Summer. Oh, that Fat Freddy's about to get shotgunned. Although I think that submarine is too close for the shotgun to actually do full damage. Maybe question mark? Yeah, look at that. That was like maybe 1-2k damage from the submarine. Just by the way. Alright, and there goes the submarine. So I think right now, well, we don't really have anything that can focus down this Des Moines, but we actually do have a Montana and a Republique that can overmatch it. So I think what our play right now is going to be is I want to spot this Des Moines for my friendly battleships and possibly even the Harugumo to farm. Because I'm not really equipped to deal with a Des Moines by myself, especially not without my smoke. Well, I mean, I have my smoke, but I can't really employ it because spotting is going to be an issue. Because I'm the one spotting this Des Moines. So, I'm hoping that this Montana will be able to shoot at that Des Moines and either delete him outright or at least force him to turn away. He's looking like he's getting ready to send it. Yeah, he is. And we're radared, of course. Just gonna accelerate out of the way. Gonna pop up our heal. Try and mitigate a little bit of this damage. We're gonna have to pop DCP that early, even though I don't want to, but needed our engine back in order to be able to actually outrun the radar. Which we did manage to do, though. So now we just hope that this fucking Montana will shoot the Des Moines. Although, since we do know his radar is down, that is going to help us significantly. It's like our Harugumo is getting his farm on as well. It looks like his radar has expired. So, hopefully, this fucking Montana can shoot at the broadside Des Moines. Where's Gums aiming? He's aiming there. Alright, good. Now, with the death of this Des Moines, we should be in pretty good shape here. Yeah, he's getting farmed pretty good. Harbin's in danger with the Hindenburg walking, though. Though with the death of... I really hope this Des Moines dies soon. So I don't want to risk having to tank another radar in his face. Our Montana has his fucking guns facing God knows where. And there's the radar again. Alright. I have to pop our last heal to try and mitigate this a little bit. We're too far in the radar to really be able to outrun it, although we're gonna still do it. Even though we didn't really get the max value out of that heal, I popped it anyway because I just need to try and make sure that I survive this, which it does look like we're going to do. Here we go. And our gearing can please take that fucking cap. And he, of course, is not going to do that. Although, to be fair, I guess he is being spotted right now. I'm really not sure by what, but whatever it is, he's on pretty low health. And people still won't shoot at the fucking Des Moines. Typical. There's really not much I can do here. We need this. We needed that Des Moines to have died like 10 minutes ago. There goes the Hindenburg, though, which is really helpful. But I'm taking a huge risk over here with that Des Moines. But we need this health buff right now. You managed to go dark. Well, never mind. I guess we won't do it ourselves. Jesus Christ. How does a Des Moines pop out at like 5 kilometers in front of like a Janan, a Montana, and he doesn't die? This sucks. But that is 3 radars that we have tanked from that Des Moines. So as long as we can survive this one Venezia volley, we should be fine. That Des Moines is finally dead. Jesus Christ. That only took like 10 years. There goes the Delaware as well. Here we go. Our gearing can take that buff right there. We're going to have to... We are going to go for this buff right here, because our Janan's not going to do it, because he's just allergic to being useful. Our Montana's probably going to get focused and farmed here. Although, to be fair, there's only 3 ships left on the enemy team, so there's not much focus really going to be happening. Though there is the risk of him eating torpedoes from the Shima. And I love how our Janan is launching deep waters at nothing. I'm not sure what those are aimed at, but whatever. I did just pick up RPF, which is a bit interesting. Leads me to believe that that Shima is like probably like around about here. Which would make sense because there is a buff right there. And there's the Yorktown. No? I guess those were Venezia torps. This is the last squadron, so we're just going to use our Def AA and try and get it taken down. Never mind. Just flew right through. And we bounced. Alright. We do have 2 ticks of regeneration going, which is nice. Shima hasn't been spotted in like almost 3 minutes. Pick up a reload buff. Here we go. Now I'm just gonna sit here and cap this. I reckon that this Shimakaze's most likely... Well, I guess he might be up there. I wonder if that gearing is running RPF, but... I figure he's most likely in, like, this area here. Just because I am being located right now. No, never mind. He's down there. So I think our play is just going to be... walk at that Shima. Although he has 3 stacks of damage, which is going to be nasty because I don't have a whole lot of health. But then, yeah, that Venezia is running RPF. Which is a very, I mean, honestly, it's not the worst choice, I guess, because it does help him have his guns turned properly, because Venezia turrets are very slow, so I can kind of understand it. But I'm just going to smoke up right here. And I'm going to miss everything. I'm going to get him low enough so that we can take him on in a gunfight. Well, actually, we don't even need to because he just shot. And there we go. Now I just have to accelerate out of the way of those torpedoes. This game's going to be over in less than a minute. Or just about. Well, honestly, this Montana still could die. But even if that Montana dies, we're good to go because we're just going to be sitting on the one cap that's giving us 10 points every 2 seconds. So, and even if we don't do any of that, we have 3 destroyers left to go and get these buffs right here. Harugamo can grab the reload buff, the gearing can grab the damage, or the Montana can just flat out dev strike the Venezia. That works too. So, nice little game. And notice in this game, something I really want to point out is that we are obviously bottom tier, but despite that, we still ended up being pretty impactful in this game, and you can see that reflected in our base experience. We're not that far behind first, and we're pretty far ahead the majority of our team. So something that I really, really want to draw, like, kind of point your attention towards is that just because you are bottom tier does not mean that you cannot be impactful. It doesn't mean that there's nothing you can do and that you should just kill yourself. It means that you just need to play more carefully. You need to plan your moves out, put a little bit more thought into what you're doing. You need to recognize what you can and cannot do compared to if you're, for example, top tier, like that Des Moines. If that was a Baltimore, I would be a lot less afraid of it, but because it's a Des Moines and I know that I need my team to deal with that Des Moines for me, that obviously played a role. I mean, that Des Moines lasted like 5-10 minutes longer than he should have, but I don't think it's entirely fair to pin the blame entirely on the Montana because he did end up placing pretty high as well, but even like, and also our carrier only being tier 8 as well, and he still placed 4th and not even by a huge amount either. So really the lesson to be learned here is do not give up just because you're bottom tier, and just play your game and just make sure that you play more carefully, because that's what being bottom tiered means. It means you have to play more carefully. It does not mean there's nothing you can do. So that is going to be it for today. So I will see you tomorrow.